or with plastic. They're
Yeah.
doing, like a protective wrapping. So, I'm not sure what the best method of that is if you're doing it. Um,
You can't get more than one wear for every wash and go.
so I
Gosh,
feel
for the
like it's
3C,
more,
wow.
yeah, I feel like it's maybe more the products that you're using and not the wrapping. Um, so maybe try a different styling product, something that's going to have a longer hold to it because it shouldn't be breaking down that quickly.
Mm, okay. All right. Melanie, is it true that naturally curly, naturally red hair is one of the most difficult to cut? My old stylist kept telling me that, and it kind of made me feel badly about my hair, which I love. LOL.
No,
Red hair harder to cut?
that's ridiculous. No.
No. Fire your
I've
stylist?
never heard of that.
You're
She just
fired.
is struggling with your hair for some reason. I mean, the color of it doesn't make it more difficult to cut. Um, you know, it- some people have a more difficult time with a tighter curl pattern, things that aren't as consistent. So I think it's something maybe that your stylist needs a little more education on. But yeah, the color and that curl just shouldn't be the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it probably was
Jessie might have
Jess.
done. She might have done that.
Well, it does cut your fingers, so she
Uh-huh.
probably didn't want to
It's
do it because it
coarse.
slices your finger
It's
off.
coarse. For
Jess.
those of you who don't know, Melanie, did we ever show that we never?
Yes.
No, we were never able to do that. Red had a problem. We tried to do that on one of our off weeks. We've got a
Um,
video where Melanie's on stage cutting Jess's hair, and the next thing you know, blood everywhere.
mm-hmm. Yep, she tried to take me out.
Tried to take her out with her hair. Her
It's okay.
hair was so coarse.
I just bled all over it.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Kept going.
Kept going.
But no, I mean, it's thicker, it's coarser, but it's really wonderful to cut because it's usually got, a great texture, a great curl pattern.
Mhm.
So I think it's just the comfortable level or lack thereof with the stylus.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's do a curl crap giveaway. Let's do a curl crap giveaway. Let's see what I've got in my box of tricks.
Oh,
Ooh. Okay. Here we're gonna start with this.
your box of tricks.
That's what they are. It's a box of.
I got my teeth cleaned today.
She got her teeth cleaned today too. Sedated her like a dog.
I was already sedated.
Today, okay, first curl crap giveaway, a 12-ounce bottle of Diva Curl Ultra Defining Gel.
Wow.
With a retail value of $300.
That's good curl crap.
That's good
And
curl
just
crap.
remind
Yep.
people, in case they're new to this, Ken, that it's not truly just crap
It's
products.
just my slang term I started about 3 years ago.
It's just Ken's crap.
It's Ken's crap is what it is. Okay, so this is number one. Melanie, what is question number
Oh, I
one?
have the questions.
Brett, did I give you the answers? Okay, good. I couldn't remember if I did or not. Okay, it's going to be right. Right.
Oh my God, we're still going on this theme.
Yeah, and you guys know the rules. If you've won in within 60 days, you can't play, and if you win, you can't sell it. You have to give it away if you don't want it, and you have to before the end of the show, you have to PM Rhett and give him your mailing address. If not, sorry,
You have to pee on Rhett.
That's right. Don't send me a message like 6 weeks from now and say, "Hey, I won that blah blah blah," because I'm going to say. I know nothing. Yes, this is exactly what I'm going to do. Is this?
I'm going to make it known that I do not want to be peed on. Thank you.
Did I say peed on?
No, but
thought I
Melanie
said
did.
peed.
If you got stung by jellyfish, you would, because it neutralizes.
That's what it
the
does.
sting.
And I've been around somebody who had that happen, and
You'd
I
be
did not.
begging for someone to pee on you.
I didn't pee on him. Anyway, his wife tried to, but anyway, go on.
Okay.
They're
So-
Puerto Rican. They've been through that before in Puerto Rico, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
So question number one is Elton John has 2 children. Name them.
specifically.
Mm.
You have to be specific, and Rhett has the correct answer. And if you're the first person that Rhett sees that gets that answer correctly, perfectly, you get this coveted 12-ounce bottle of Diva Curl Ultra Defining Gel. We'll send that over there. All right, next question. I think these next two are for Ken. All right. Okay. And these questions, if you're in any of the, 3, 4, 5 curly hair Facebook groups that we're part of, this was a discussion that was brought to my attention. And I had so much going on this week. And then, of course, today that I just didn't have time to give these the attention that needed to respond. So just so you know, I'm going to give you a very abbreviated answer because I'm not a big fan of going into a whole lot of chemistry that you don't need to know. That would just go through in one ear and come out the other.
You got to keep it basic.
I'm going to make it real basic. Ken, what are your thoughts? And this is a hot topic lately, and I'm going to tell you what I know. Both of these are actually. Ken, what are your thoughts on water-soluble silicones? Okay, here's my thoughts on it. Hold on. I want to make sure that I don't mess all this up. Okay.
Should I give him my thoughts?
Okay. No, here are my thoughts. Water-soluble silicones. Is there such a thing? That's always a discussion. Yeah, there is. There is a thing. How do you tell what they are? You'll see them on a label. If it's a silicone, and a silicone ends typically in C-O-N-E, cone, so we call them cones. A water-soluble silicone will have in front of it the letters, capital letters, P-E-G, and then a number. That to be a water-soluble silicone, it's very common knowledge that people think that if it says PEG in front of it, it's automatically water-soluble. That is not correct for what we do here. The number is important. It has to be number 8 or higher for it to be water soluble. Now, that being said, am I a fan? Nope. And here's why. In hair products in general, there's two reasons typically that labs use silicones. One of them is because they make the hair look really good. We're not talking about the long-term effects. We're talking about immediate. They make your hair look good. The second reason is they're really cheap. They're really inexpensive. And it makes it easy to make hair products when you use lots of ingredients that are cheap. The extension of this answer of them being cheap goes back to what you guys have heard me say over and over and over again, especially in that lengthy video where I talked about crap products and expensive products and what the differences are. They talk about if it's got a PEG8 in front of it, water soluble, it'll rinse out and whatever. True, but it will leave residue behind. I don't care what anybody says. I spent 31 years in this business of chemicals. I know it inside and out. It's gonna leave something behind. So you may not get buildup today. You might not get buildup tomorrow if you're rinsing it out, but it's still gonna leave something behind, which I call inert ingredients, typically. Something else used in that cone.
So then, and to add to that, nowadays we're all using the sulfate-free shampoos and cleansers and no-poos, and that's why, because they're really gentle. They don't have a strong detergent. That's the whole point of them, so that they're not strong and stripping your hair. So back in the day, when people were using all the sulfated shampoos and cleansers and stuff, not as big of a problem because it's stripping it out. So you'd have to be doing like a deep clarifier, which then you have to do conditioning treatments because you're drying your hair out. So it's kind of a vicious cycle.
Yeah, and there's the reason that I brought this up, and
I would just stay away.
Yeah, and that's the only reason I'm gonna answer it like that, and I'm not gonna go into a 60-minute discussion about it.
Thank God.
Right, because I could.
I'd fall asleep.
But what I see happening now in a lot of the groups and on YouTube channels and whatever is people all of a sudden are believing that things like dimethicone are water soluble.
Oh, God.
I'm like,
dimethicone
no.
is the biggest silicone used, and it's usually like one of the top ingredients. Of
course,
yeah,
because it works great.
Yeah, that's just a huge regular silicone gonna coat your hair, make it shiny. But yeah.
But if it says PEG8 or higher dimethicone, yeah, water soluble. But is it going to leave a residue? Sure is. Like I said, I don't care what anybody says. I've spent a lot of years in this. I see it. A lot of people say, yep, it rinses completely clean. Yeah, the silicone may, but the inert ingredients to make that blend don't. They stay behind. So anyway, so that's that.
Think about how many products we're putting in our hair. Typically, curly girls for sure are not using just one little product. We're layering several products in our hair
Yep.
and then going days without washing, layering more products in the hair.
Yep.
So, I mean, yeah, it's going to take a little more work to get all that out.
Yeah, and I don't want to go into, like I said, I mean, I could talk about this for half an hour. We could go into everything from, positive and negative charged ions and all this other, and I'm just not going to do it. Not going to do it today. Melanie's not feeling
I'll
up
fall
to it.
asleep.
Yeah, and she's already having a hard time staying awake. Rhett, do we have a curl crap winner yet?
That was the longest question and answer segment. Waiting for answers. Okay, we and I'm gonna leave it up to you actually. And here's why, because there was an accident, I think.
An accident.
Okay, we had one person who named the entire full name of one of the first children, so which is Elijah Joseph Daniel Furnace John. So Rebecca Giles got that correct.
Congratulations, Rebecca.
And then she also answered the second one correct, but we also had Cheryl Hulsapple who answered both of them correct, but she has which I assume is an accident, it's Zachary Jackson Levon Furnish Smith John, and I clicked on it and it's a person that's like has a Facebook page.
I hate
so
that.
I think it was an accidental. Okay, so
I
Cheryl
hate
Hulsapple
that.
was our winner.
That happens to me so much. You know what is
someone
Facebook
accidentally
autofills.
was tagged into the post.
It autofills it tags.
Yeah, so she got it right. It accidentally tagged.
Yeah.
It tagged a person in the thing.
She's your winner.
Too bad, so sad.
Congratulations.
She's a
Make sure
winner.
you send me a direct message, Cheryl,
right.
please.
Yeah,
before the end of the
take
show.
care of it. Congratulations. All right. Okay, that's that. All
Turn
right.
your autofill off.
Okay.
I hate
It
those.
does it. You
I hate
can't. It's a
those.
Facebook thing. All right. Okay, let's do another curl crap giveaway right away. Okay. Ooh, this is a good one. Coveted raw curl starter kit. It might be a 4 or 5 pack. I'm not sure. I can't feel it, and I don't want to open it up. But whatever. It's got raw curls, travel sizes, 3.4 ounce cleanser, conditioner, probably medium gel, firm hold gel, and the wonderful anti-frizz spray.
That's what Jill Sturker wanted.
That's what she wanted. But anyway, that's it. What's the question, Melanie?
Okay, number 2. Madonna has been married twice. Name both of her husbands.
Okay. All right.
I forgot about that other one.
Forgot about that other one, huh? Mm-hmm. Dirty bums. All right. Okay. Anyway. All right. We'll see who gets it. You ready, Rhett? You got the answer for that, so keep me posted. All right. Let's go on to the next one. All right. Okay. We'll do this before I answer my next question. Melanie, how do I know if my curls need protein?
Oh, God.
Just remember, if you get offended by Melanie just remember she's heavily drugged? Not
It
drugged.
has nothing to do with that.
All right. Okay.
So
I'm just saying.
the best way to tell, typically hair that needs protein is damaged. So it's broken down. It's very snarly. It is snapping and breaking. If you're having, think of your hair being overprocessed with highlights and it's like you have breakage. Everybody kind of knows what that's like. That is hair that needs porosity because it's been depleted from its moisture and from its protein. So it definitely, hair that needs strengthening to it. So if it's damaged and breaking and snarling and snapping, it's weak and it needs to be strengthened. So that hair needs some protein. And a lot of times, people get confused, but a lot of split ends that needs to be filled, not just with moisture, with protein and moisture. So those two go together really well, but the protein is going to strengthen the hair. There's the stretch test, which I like. That's how I like to test the hair. I don't have time to do the float test. And so if you wet a strand of hair and you stretch it and it bounces back, then that's normal hair. If you stretch it and it snaps, that means it's damaged hair and it's lacking protein. If it doesn't stretch at all, it's real hard, then you need moisture. So that's a great way to tell. And you can test it on different areas of the strand. There's also the float test. You put it in a glass of water, and if it sinks, then it's low porosity. So if it floats, it's high porosity.
Okay.
So that's a good thing. High porosity usually needs, it's more damaged. It needs some filling in of that protein and then moisture on top of it.
Okay. Okay, Rhett, do we have a winner for Curl Crap giveaway number 2? Nobody's even tried.
Wow. That was like an easier one than normal, I think.
I knew them both off the top of my head.
You would.
Well, yeah, it's true. I'm the king of useless knowledge, and that is useless. That is useless.
Should I do a fun fact?
If you'd like, sure, we have time.
Yeah, because I have another one. We forgot to share last week when we were talking about the show. It was so fun. One of our receptionists, Allison, that works for us, she has a love for mermaids, and she thinks she's Ariel, just like Terry has this obsession with Mickey Mouse. So Allison is in love with mermaids, and we found her soulmate at the hair show. I said, oh, my God. Actually, Cameron was the first one that saw them.
Yep.
So we sent pictures to Allison and said, we found your future husband.
We
Do
did.
we have that picture, Rhett?
Yep. Rhett, do we have the picture of Allison's?
All right, guys, hold on just a second. Let me look up. I do not see. We have a dispute on.
We have a fight?
A dispute on who won,
Oh, my
who
God.
answered the second question correctly.
Have him arm wrestle.
But I don't see it.
There's no dispute. Whoever you pick.
I don't. No. I don't see any answers at all.
Oh, okay. All right, then we wait.
Yeah. So whoever the first person is to send it in right now, so that I see it, we'll get it.
You guys got to remember, it's
I don't
that's
see
why
any
Rhett's the
posts from
judge,
either one
because
of
it's
them,
the way
so-
it scrolls.
Well, how are they sending it in that you can't see
The
it?
comment scroll through the feed. Yeah. If he doesn't see it, that's just the way it is. Remember,
Okay.
this is fun.
Resend it.
Yeah, this is supposed to be fun.
Whoever the first person is that sends it in right now will be the winner.
Will be the
I
winner.
didn't see it the first time, or I would have done it.
Yep. So, do we have Allison's soulmate's picture? Allison's waiting with bated breath.
Mm-hmm.
Has she seen
We
it?
found a second there.
And
He
there he
is the merman.
The
There was mermaid men there, and so there he is. She said he needs seashells though because his boobs are bigger than hers.
Oh, well, anyway. So we'll send out invites for the wedding as soon as we know the date. So anyway, I'm sure it's going to be a beach wedding. It's my guess.
She'll wear a mermaid
It's going to have to
dress.
be. It's going to have
Yeah.
to be. Oh, God. All right. Okay. Let's do.
He's hot, Allison. We'll get rid of that green crazy hair.
Yeah, well, we can fix that, right? All right. Melanie, some days I can barely pull off day 2 curls without a refresh, but my curls look stretched. Any suggestions?
Yeah, I like to re-spritz mine with a light leave-in conditioner curl refresher, and that's going to help give extra moisture, and it should start to reactivate whatever product or gel you have in your hair. But you can also add, a little bit of mousse or a little bit of a spray gel, so that you can bounce those curls back up. You can do some scrunching, it's moist, it's more, wet. So that's a good way to do it. That's what I would recommend.
Okay. All right. Let's do another.
Try not, I don't know if they're pineappling their hair when they sleep, but try not to pull it real straight, try to keep it looser. Like sometimes, we just did a video on pineappling yesterday, and I didn't show this in the video, but sometimes if my curls in the front are really great, like I'm happy with the way they look, because sometimes they're not so great. But if I'm happy with the way they're curling, I won't even include them in my pineapple. I'll just separately take them back gently and put it
over your headphones?
Over my headphones and put a little bobby pin. No, I
Okay.
don't sleep with my headphones on. I should, so I won't hear you snoring.
You want to Miss Freight Train? All right, let's do a curl crap giveaway.
Hold on, we've got a winner on
We
that first
have
one.
a winner on the.
Yay.
Okay.
Something happened with Facebook, and I scrolled on my phone, and I could see all of it, but none of it was
Yeah.
on the computer. So that was
Operator
something
error.
with Facebook, not my fault.
Okay, but Rhett fixed it.
Point the
yeah,
fingers.
so it was Holly. I don't know how to say your last name, but Zampella Sides, I think is how you pronounce the last
Oh,
name.
congratulations, Holly! You win a Raw Curls starter kit of 4 or 5 pack, whatever it is. I don't know. Congratulations. All right, let's do one more curl crap giveaway here, and then we've got a couple more questions. Hey, Rhett, don't let me forget afterwards before Melanie leaves tonight. Show her that video you've been working on today.
Oh, it's already done.
Oh, yeah, I'll show it to her before she leaves so she
Okay,
can see
no
it.
problem.
She'll get a kick out of it. Okay. Ooh, here's another one. This is a...
Yeah, you guys said you had a surprise for me.
That what the Jill thing was.
Oh, that was the surprise.
Yeah, is it not enough that...
No, I want more surprises.
There are surprises. All right. Okay. This Curl Crap giveaway is an 8-ounce bottle of Weed Ad Play Curl Amplifying Foam.
Oh.
Ooh, this has probably got a $28 retail value. It ain't cheap.
So that would be good for that girl to refresh.
If she knows the answer to the next question, which is Melanie.
I've got the question.
What is the question?
Okay. Since 1983, there is only 1 year that Madonna did not have a song in the top 40 pop charts, and it's only because she didn't release a single that year. Name the year.
I did not know this. This I did not know.
Wow.
So that's a good one.
Wow.
I didn't know. I know.
That's
Trivia,
very
especially
disappointing.
trivia. I know.
Bradley Cooper's looking better and better.
Yeah.
You better step
I'll bet
up
he
your
knows,
game.
and he can probably say it in French too, right?
That's right. Hmm.
We. All right. Let's go. Here's another. Yeah, but I'll bet he doesn't know the answer to this next question.
I bet he does.
I'll bet he doesn't. Here, this is another Ken question. And again, I'm not going to go into a whole lot of details. So don't give me a million messages with 14 paragraphs that you read online. I'm being very basic on this, just so you guys know.
And Lady Gaga's way too young for him.
God. Is she?
Yeah,
she
she's
is.
young.
Yeah, she's probably 30 maybe.
Mhm.
All right. All right, here's Ken. All right. Ken, what are your thoughts on polyquats? What are my thoughts on polyquats? Well,
My polyquats are hurt.
I love polyquats. I rollerbladed on Sunday. My polyquats are killing me. Man, I've sold I love polyquats. I've sold hundreds of thousands of gallons of them because they put them in algicides. They work great. However, in hair products, there's only one. And this is my opinion. I know you probably get some arguments, but in my opinion, the only polyquat that is acceptable that I am okay with is polyquat 44. Why? Because it gives great conditioning benefits, just like polyquats do. It's really kind of their thing.
Is it toxic?
Is it toxic? That I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no. Again, we could go on a whole discussion about it. I don't believe so. It's toxic to algae, but that's even debatable.
So it'll get
Anyway,
the fungus out of your hair?
It could. The thing about polyquat 44 is it does rinse. It'll rinse thoroughly out of the hair. So that's why to me it's the only acceptable one. Again, you'll probably get discussions from a lot of people who are totally against them, but I will go out on the limb and say there is one, and the only one is polyquat 44. That's it. But in general, if you were to ask me that general question, I'd say none. But 44, yeah, acceptable. All right, so that's it. Other polyquats they resist being rinsed and washed, and anyway, that's it. Do we do another curl? Let's do. I'm going to do another question, then we're going to do another curl crap giveaway.
We don't have any more questions.
We don't have any more questions.
That was it.
Oh,
We're done with the curl
all right,
crap.
we're done. Yeah, because I knew we were going to have a short show tonight because
You're
of
trying to make it longer.
Missy. Yeah. All right. Here's a good question.
You say short show, but it's been
Yeah.
like 40 minutes.
Right.
All right.
Time is up.
All right, we're running out of time. Okay. Okay. Melanie. Melanie. My 8-year-old daughter just came back today from 2 weeks with her dad, and her beautiful curls/waves are a knotted, tangled mess. In bold letters. Mess. Aside from killing him, what can you suggest that I do?
Oh my gosh.
So my guess is he did nothing.
Right. And she's running around and probably swimming and everything else. Yeah.
2 weeks. Oof.
Ooh. Yeah, so definitely are going to have to do some conditioning there and detangling. It takes time and patience. So finding the right product to really load up, with conditioner and being able to take like a wide tooth comb, or I don't know her curl type.
She said curls waves.
Okay, so a wet brush, even if she had to use a little Denman. But, there's really no great easy way to go about that. But loading it up with conditioner and water, keeping it really moisturized and soft, and then just little by little working at it. I work from bottom to top, just kind of doing little strokes. So you're not pulling and snapping the hair, but gently just starting to, detangle a little bit at a time. It's going to take time. And then you should kill your husband.
So you're leaning towards killing him.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, sorry to hear that. That sucks.
No.
That does suck.
Maybe next time put your daughter's hair in braids.
Yeah. I got another question here that was sent to me from a hairstylist that had a conversation with a former client. We should probably do this. We'll do this one off air, and then I'll post in the professional group later on tonight and tell you what Melanie's thoughts are. This is a good one. Jeez. But that's a little different here, because we do deal with we do have groups for professional, curly hairstylists and also consumers. So when they have questions, we get Melanie's feedback on that too. Well, let's do one more question. One more, and then we'll wrap up. Do you have any other fun facts other than Allison's husband to be?
No.
Okay.
And mine.
Okay. And yours. That's right. Okay. Melanie, is there any way to ever do a quote unquote wash and go with this whole curly girl method thing? My gosh, it's so much work. I don't know how I'm going to maintain this long term.
No. We were talking about that. I've seen some posts in the professional Q&A group and stuff. And I mean, to me, some people just get a little carried away. They're using so many products. It's actually too much. Keep it simple. That's still the rule. There's really not a need to use so many different things. So find the right product line. And yeah, it's easy. It's so easy to wash and go. This is so much easier than when I used to sit and blow dry my hair. And my mom just went through the same thing where she just had like slightly wavy hair and would, shampoo and blow dry and style her hair every day. And now it's curly. It's like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. I'm like, Mom, it's so easy. Like you wash it, you put in your gel and you go. I mean, that's it. So don't overcomplicate it. You shouldn't be getting frustrating. Do your cleansing, add your products, take the excess water out and go. I mean, a lot of people can get away with just air drying. So it really shouldn't be that complicated. And it's very quick and easy. Actually, we're super lucky that way.
Yeah. Give it a try. Play around with it a little bit. All right. Okay. All right. Let's wrap it up. It's been 30 minutes, right? Yeah. Okay, it's been 30 minutes. All right, let's wrap it up. Well, thanks for being patient. We appreciate it. Like I said, you guys all knew. I told everybody ahead of time. Melanie was a little bit under the weather, so that's why we started a little bit late. But again, tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m. Eastern time. Listen to the podcast if you would. I'd really, really appreciate it if you'd subscribe or at least go and listen to the Curly Hair Q&A podcast. We're right on the precipice of another big milestone, and I want to reach it this week. What are we, about 150 away, something like that? We're really close. Wow. And it's a big deal. So if you like us even this much, yeah, it's huge. If you like us even this much, listen to our podcast. Really appreciate it. It would be great.
Thanks, Jill, for listening and participating and following us, and all the nice compliments and for remembering me.
Yeah, back in the old
stylist
so days,
yeah,
right? Stylist,
yeah.
Dirty stylist.
I want to. She needs to private message me and send me a picture. I'm not doing gymnastics anymore. I'd be impressed if you are, man. I can hardly sit here without throwing my neck out.
And that is the absolute truth. It really caught up with her. Anyway, all right, we'll see you guys next week. Same place, same channel, same time, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. Thanks a lot. We'll see you then.